Boom, bust, bang. Boom, bust, bang. This is the sound of the consumerist economy. Boom, bust, bang. Boom, bust, bang. Boom. Happy days. The economy is growing and the politicians planning and the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting less poor. Boom. How can this not be right? Boom. As long as we keep on this path, don't stray. It's cake day every day. Boom. This is the way that the world works best. The wealthy and the poor tied together by economy. The rich get richer, lift the poor out of poverty. Boom. It's obvious. An economic success. Poverty will end and be a thing of the past as long as no one's greedy and we stay on this path. Boom, bust, bang. Boom, bust, bang. This is the sound of the consumerist economy. Boom, bust, bang. Boom, bust, bang. Boom. Bankers start getting greedy, reaching out for more, but they can still hide mounting losses on the trading floor. And anyway, the age of boom and bust is dead. Those bad old days are past, and bonuses are paid irrespective of profits made. Boom. Directors' salaries shoot up, but that's okay. They are still pulling up those poor off the floor. Boom. The wealth gap grows and lower salaries stall. The directors still get richer, but now the poor are back on the floor. But it's not their fault, the rich I mean. If thriving companies reward them and their profits can afford them, then how can it be their fault if the poor are still poor? Boom. Can't they just borrow more? Boom, bust, bang. Boom, bust, bang. This is the sound of the consumerist economy. Boom, bust, bang. Boom, bust, bang. Bust. Whoops. Greed has got the better of the bankers in the city, but their bonuses and pensions help protect them from the shitty situation that they've left us in. And besides, we can't let the banks fail. Bail us out, come the cries from the city. We've got no choice, our hands are tied, the politicians lie. But where's the money coming from, all right-minded people ask. And the bankers and the politicians know where it will come from, saying now is not the time to think. We must just act fast, so boom, bust, bang, boom, bust, bang. This is the sound of the consumerist economy. Boom, bust, bang, boom, bust, bang, boom, bust. Companies fail, jobs are lost, and workers' pension schemes are raided to bear the cost. The executives still get their bonus, of course. It's only fair, right? And then the workers that don't lose their jobs are told, times are hard, money's tight, costs need to come down, but you'll be alright. You still have a job, that's more than some. Tighten your belt, work for less, and together we will get through this mess. But no one's to blame. We've got to save money, so they say. And what difference would one director's bonus make anyway? It's just the way it goes. It's the way of the world. We wish it could be fairer, but things will get better. So boom, bust, bang, boom, bust, bang. This is the sound of the consumerist economy. Boom, bust, bang, boom, bust, bang, boom, bust. Time goes on and times get harder. The rich are still rich, but the poor just get poorer. Suffering is part of the journey back to happy days, so we are told. Dig deeper in your pockets or just borrow more is the message we are sold. And despair takes hold. And happy days, still they don't come. And then from the outer fringes you begin to hear the cries from those haters who have been biding their time and quietly fostering their lies. You know, it's a shame you have to live like this. Do you know whose blame it is? All those others, the ones who come over here and then demand the same rights, expect the same lives. Why do they come here? Well, who cares why? Your leaders are lost and you are bearing the cost. It's not fair that you have no say, and there is another way. And when you live in poverty or fear of poverty, this message speaks to you. After all, if there's not even enough for us, how can we share in almost nothing at all? Boom, bust, bang, boom, bust, bang. This is the sound of the consumerist economy. Boom, bust, bang, boom, bust, bang, boom, bust. Those voices from the fringes getting louder to growing factions while our politicians squabble over meaningless abstractions, and they squabble all the louder because they know that without bickering covering their inaction, their lack of power and lack of control will show. We're all on the same roller coaster, us and politicians, but their seats up the front mean that they have better vision of the catastrophic journey that from us they try to hide. For the poor it's a disaster, for the rich just a bumpy ride. So what about those voices from the fringes growing louder, riding high on our resentment as our politicians falter and they rise, speaking words, touching nerves, sounding truthful, casting shadows on our values, but unlike politicians, at least they sound useful. Then finally they gain the public stage to debate with the failed politicians about the state of our state. Their strength is that they know that our politics has failed us and they speak forked truths about the reasons for these failures, and our leaders know if they hadn't failed us, they could stop these haters in their tracks. But they did, so they can't. In fact, They created the environment where these people can thrive. They ignored the causes of poverty. Even in boom, they allowed it to survive. And still those voices rise. We live in desperation, we live in fear, and at least those voices from the fringes speak clear. They acknowledge what we lost and they point to a cause. It's those others coming here and taking from us. And if you listen behind their words, can you hear the drums of war? Boom, bust, bang. Boom, bust, bang. Stop. This is not poetry. This is real life. Here, now, today. And there is only one key that unlocks this problem, that separates the provisions of our needs from a system that can only survive if it maintains the divide between the bottom and the top, the haves and the nots. It can't be about the money. It's not about the status. We can't all be rich. We don't all want to be famous. But we do, all of us, need three basic provisions, the supply of which must be protected from this system. Free healthcare, free education, free social care for all, for everyone, everywhere, forever. That's all. With these three provisions, it stops being about the wealth. It means poverty and circumstance stop deciding our health. Which kid doesn't deserve a place at a school? And when you can't take care of yourself and there's no support at all? So imagine now we've separated boom, bust, bang from provision. And once more we can look again at those haters and their reasons. What would happen to migration if we all got these three things? If where we lived made no difference to the opportunities of our kids? And wider still, dictators struggle to oppress educated people. And finally, without boom and bust, then bang could be off the table. So we tell our politicians that our consent for them to lead is now predicated upon these provisions by our need, and never again will we accept that children needlessly die because the system can't be made to work well enough for them to survive. It's not revolution, it's not regime change, they can still be in power, things will still be the same, but no longer will we accept the fake news that our circumstances define our opportunities. Boom, bust, bang. Boom, bust, bang. This is the sound of the consumerist economy. Bang. This isn't poetry. This is real life. The haters now in power claim they tried to avert this fight, but the other side's haters said the same, so their people thought they were right. What started as a trade war quickly escalated to confrontation, and because politics was broken, there were no channels of communication. Big egos meant that stepping back would never be an option, so instead each forward step we took brought us closer to this conclusion. In years gone by, in times of war, millions have fought, most of them poor, and most of them died, and the system never cared from which side. But this time it's different. Our good leaders are subdued, their voices are silenced, their presence is gone, and our despair at the system has made the haters too strong. We empowered them to act and think their hate was right, and we believed big red buttons meant we didn't need to fight. But a hater under pressure with an ego that is battered will always make decisions as if they were all that mattered. Now put them in a corner where they believe they have no choice, where they can hear no other voice. Bang, it's too late. Bang, there's no way back. One way or another, eventually we will cure ourselves of boom, bust, bang, but not from the choices we are offered, and only from the choice we have to choose for ourselves, or when the haters fail us and the choice is finally taken from us. Boom, bust, bang, boom, bust, bang. Don't let this be our epitaph.
Some people call me the girl who was shot by the Taliban. As far as I know, I'm just a committed and even stubborn person who wants to see every child getting quality education. When my world suddenly changed, my priorities changed too. I had two options. One was to remain silent and wait to be killed. And the second was to speak up and then be killed. I chose the second one. I decided to speak up. I tell my story not because it is unique, but because it is not. Though I appear as one girl, is 5 foot 2 inches tall, if you include my high heels. I am not a lone voice. I am many. I am Malala, but I'm also Shazia. I'm Kainat. I'm Kainat Somro. I'm Mozoon. I am Amina. I am those 66 million girls who are deprived of education. In year 2015, representatives from all around the world will meet. It is not time to tell the world leaders to realize how important education is. They already know it. Their own children are in good schools. Now it is time to call them to take action for the rest of the world's children. So it becomes the last time that we see a child deprived of education. Let this end with us. Let's begin this ending together, today, right here, right now. Let's begin this ending now. Thank you so much.